Good morning, children. This is again Raj Lakshmi here. Today we are going to discuss the second part of genetics. Okay, and I think we discussed something about genetics, the father of genetics. Who was the father of genetics? Gregor John Mendel. So today I'm going to say his life history, actually what he was and how he got the idea to have research about how the genes are transferred from parents to offspring. What happened? What made him inspired to go for this kind of research, really, which had a very significant role in today's life, not on today's life but every life, to a whole life in the world, on the nature. So let us discuss about him in detail. So Gregor John Mendel was born in a peasant family, peasant in the sense a poor family, okay, and he had his early education. Actually, they were very poor, so he could not complete his education in the rich and royal class, schools, so like highly payment schools. So he had completed his primary education in the monastery. Then, but he was not satisfied. Then he left the monastery and he started studied the subjects about science and mathematics at the University of Vienna. Actually, his main aim was to become a teacher, but luck did not favor him and he failed in the examination of teaching certificate. Nowadays, how you will be knowing that to become a teacher there is a exam, that is, to become a qualified teacher there is an entrance exam, there is an examination going on, that is the B.Ed, okay, Bachelor of Education, okay, there is the must and should certificate for a teacher should be to be in the field of teaching, right? So but what happened is, he, because of his bad luck or unlucky fellow, he failed in the teaching examination. He was very depressed, very depressed, and finally he thought that I think this is not the place for me. He came back to the monastery, okay, and he was totally depressed and he was unable to think what to do, because his main aim what he was having was totally got destroyed, totally distracted. Then he decided that he will not move anywhere else, and he had returned to his monastery where he completed his early education, okay, and after coming there he started living solo life and not to talk to anybody. Simply he used to love nature, he used to go garden, he used to observe the plants and how, what are the features, everything about the plant. So slowly he became a nature lover, a plant lover. He used to talk with the parent plants, plants. Plant, obviously plants will not talk, but he has that understanding feeling, right? So he started spending time, more and more time, in the garden itself, okay, and all of sudden, the monastery had a lovely garden, okay, which satisfied his urge to understand some secrets of nature, so regarding the inheritance of certain features in the garden bee. So his findings, what he have researched, what he have found, are now called as Mendel's laws of inheritance. What is the scientist's name who found this genetics? That is Gregor Mendel, or Gregor John Mendel. So whatever the secret he found from the garden of this monastery, that secrets are nowadays known as Mendel's law. A rule has been made on his research, right? So, and his aim was to become teacher, but it happened in such a way that he became teacher's teacher. What does it mean? It means that he has given education to various scientists, he has given education to various teachers, still his education is being given to the present teacher now, where his aim was totally successful over here. Okay, so now before going to the topic, this is all about his life history. So let's today discuss about some terms, technical terms. Before going to the detailed study of the chapter genetics, we should know some terms, otherwise it's very difficult to understand the concept. So the first term here you could see is here, variation. What is variation? Small differences among the individuals. What is this? That's why for every definition I have given one example in order to make you understand. I have selected simple example only. Heights of student in a class. We all are human being. Suppose I am in a class 10A, probably I'll take class 10, and I am also human being. All students are also human being, but I am not similar to the students, and each student is varying from each other, differing from each other. So some students are height enough, some students are short enough, some students are fair enough, some students have average color or dark color, some students are healthy enough, some students are thin. So being in a same species, what is species? Species is a group of similar organism having or bearing similar physical, same characters. Okay, so that is called as species. So we all are human being in a class, but we are differing from one another. For example, my family and one of the student family, their family is also human being, our family is also human being, but thing is they are different from one another, right? So in a class, if I'll take heights of students, differently there are different, some will be tall, some will be average, some will be short enough. So slight difference are seen among the individuals. Suppose I'll take color. So some will come under fair, some will come under dark, some will come under average. So being the same human being, we show small differences in a population, in a group of similar species. That small differences among the individuals is known as variation. I hope you are clear. Second one, character. Character is not that are you helpful or not, kindness. I am not going to say what the character generally mean in normal talking or conversation. Character means here what we are discussing is totally different in the chapter of genetics. So please be concentrate in listening and attending the class. So here character. So any inheritable feature, inheritable, in means going into or transferring to. Heritable means transfer. Yes, previous video we discussed about heredity. What is heredity? Transfer of genes transfer of genetically based characteristics or transfer of genes from parents to offspring. Okay, so here heritable means that same. Inheritable means getting into the child, parents gene getting into the child. So since this process of is also called as inheritable. So any inheritable feature is called as character. For example, color of a flower in a plant. So we can take example of plant, also plant, animals, human being, insects, anything. Okay, color of a flower. So in a plant, okay, in a plant there are flowers are present. Okay, so color of a flower is one character, right? Next, the other term is trait. The alternative forms of a character is known as trait. Once again, the alternative forms of a character is known as trait. Here, can you see here I wrote pink flower and white flower. So beforehand I have shown you one example. Character, it's a common, that is color of a flower. Okay, in a plant, again there may be different colors. So out of this, pink and white color flowers are there. So pink and white color, different colors are called as traits. The color character is called as character. Let us give few examples so that it will make you clear. I wrote here characters and the traits. So traits are the alternate form, maybe like this or maybe like that. For example, eye color. There are different types of eye color. Okay, so either maybe brown color or blue color. So brown and blue are the traits, the smallest unit of the character. Character is the largest one. Under characters, their small units are called as traits. Small factors are called as traits. Are you getting? Next one, skin color. So skin color is the main domain. So skin color may be different types. So skin color, the traits will be either light or dark. Okay. Next, lips. So lips is the common, but some may have thick lips and thin lips. Thick and thin are the alternative forms of the character lips. Light and dark are the alternative forms of the character skin color. Brown and blue eyes are the traits of the character eye color. And the last one, hair shape. What is hair shape? I mean the different, like curly hair or straight hair. So under hair shape is the common character. Under common, the alternative forms may be some have curly hair, some have straight hairs. So these are the traits, alternative forms of the character. So smallest factor are the traits and common is the character. I hope you understood. So thank you.